Yo, 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 yo. Something crossed my mind. I have to share what's on my mind. Man, what make you smile don't always make you happy. I was so close to making that a Facebook post, but I realized something. I got to take it to a real audience. Facebook ain't my audience. You know, my people are my audience. Alright? Now, I'm just thinking to myself, just go down the list. Go down your list of what make you happy. Alright? And then go down a list of what make you smile. It shouldn't be the same darn list. Alright? Those are two different things, okay? That needs two different energies. You feel me? A smile is short term, something that people can see. Alright? Short term. Happiness is something internally that's like based on how long you want to feel that way, you know? Because if you're not happy, it's because you allowed something to not get you to stay on that happy level. Alright? That was up to you. That was your determination. But a smile is just a facial expression that gives off what you perceive to be, you know. If you are happy, how are you going to look? How you want to look. So if you want to look happy, you'll put a smile on. You want to look sad, you'll put a sad face on. And, you know, I call it the emoji face, you know. You put your emoji face on and you're going to have your emoji, right? So if you put your poop face emoji, you're going to have a poop face. If you put your upside down happy tongue out, that's what kind of face, but that don't reflect you as a person writing it. It's just something you putting out there in the air for energy, out there in the atmosphere. Out there in the universe, that's what you're doing. But when it comes down to happiness, that's some internal stuff that, you know, it's hard to share with somebody because it's levels to this happiness. You know, it's levels. You know, what make you happy don't make me happy to that level. And if it does, that's a unique connection, you know. We might have to fight over those resources, you know. If $10 make me happy and $10 make you happy and all we got is $10, we may have to have a nice little talk about that because we can't share $10 because you had plans with your 10 and I got plans with my 10. So yeah, that's super something important to keep your mind on at all times because a lot of times we get what make me smile and what make me happy confused. Because I'll give you an example here. I'm fake. I'm definitely fake. Now, I would say this. I want to be the reason you smile, but I don't want to be the reason you happy. It's too much responsibility with that happy stuff, but I would love to be the reason you smile because that's like something natural. You know, my theory is you got to give out that positive energy to the atmosphere you around me. So, you know, I naturally go out my way to make people smile. But the happy, that's a select few. But I will say this. Me really living what I just said is really hard to do. And I run into a lot of complicated situations. And I wouldn't say for me. I would say people that I encounter because their expectations are, you're going to make me happy. And in reality, that's not even what I'm doing. You know, you're making yourself happy by being in a happy environment, you know. See what I'm saying? So, being in a happy environment has created your happiness. But you are really not giving yourself enough credit because all I did was reflect a smile. You see me smile, you smile. That just brought out your little piece of happiness you had on the inside and made it bright. You know, if you have a bright substance and a dark substance, the light substance is going to always show, no matter what level it is. No matter what level your shine is, it's always going to stick out in the darkness. So that's why a lot of people have a mentality of it's always something positive in every situation. And that's how I always carry myself and believed in. Like, every negative situation, some positive come out of it. So if I'm in something negative, I'm in a rush to figure out what's the positive in this situation so I can use that, add to my toolbox, and build something later. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's all about going through these obstacles, learning, building, growing. That's all it's about. It's really not about destroying. And we spend a lot of energy destroying, and then, we make a mess, and we cry with spilled milk. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, we need to clean this mess up. Let's clean it up. Let's not sit around here blaming, mad, evil, hurt in a situation. Be in your situation and move on. I was talking to my coworker, and she was kind of like talking about she going through some hard times, and I was just like, man, are these repeated hard times or some new hard times? And she was like, gave me an impression of relationship stuff, and I was like, hey, you gotta toughen that skin up. When you go work out and you break those muscles down, you're breaking those muscles down to build them up stronger. So if you hurt right now, you need to think about yourself being happy and building yourself up. You can't stay in this little space where you're going to be hurt and just be hurt. Now, I will say this. It's nothing wrong with being sad. I didn't say that, did I? But I would say don't let that sadness get you down to the point where it's like, I'm not able to handle and carry myself in my everyday activities. Now, we all need that one strike rule. That one strike rule to get you so far. You know what I'm saying? Now, I give you an example here. All right, let's say you had a job and you got fired. How would you feel they rehired you? How would you feel? You would take that job, right? But when you really look at them differently, like, y'all fired me for a reason. Now, there's a good chance I won't do that again, but y'all still fired me. Y'all have a history of firing me. So what's going to happen next time we have an issue? Are we going to talk about it? No, you're getting fired again. So then when you get fired twice, it's like you kind of stupid. And I call you stupid not because you're a stupid person, but it's one of those situations like, what did you think was going to happen? Did you think you was going to get fired once, get hired again, and become the CEO? No. So you tend to get used. They, think about it. Their candidates for the job was so low that they decide to hire you again. That says something about the agency. That's why, for an example, whenever I get fired or let go from somewhere, I ain't working there no more. Because I left there for a reason. So the reasons I left there, they probably have changed. But guess what? I've changed. I'm a new person. It's similar to like, once you move out of your parents' house, you ain't supposed to move back in. You can go visit. But to move in mean a long commitment. You know what I'm saying? So for me to leave a job and go to that job again, it's like not a really good idea. So same thing, relationships, That's why, for example, I say about 90% of my relationships, we in good standings. Because when it ended. It's over. It's over. Once you get your strike, ain't no coming back. Now, I would say this, just like my example of the job thing, You take me back. It depends in what context you take somebody back. So, let's say you're intimately involved. You can never be intimately involved again. You can be friends. You can be on a lower level. Or, if you was friends, you can become intimate. Like, you can move up or move down, but you can't join doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But ideally, you wouldn't want to work for that place anywhere. Anyway, there's a lot of places to work at. So why would you really put yourself in situations where you're going to just stay at one agency? And when I say agency, I mean like dealing with people, you know. A lot of people don't think about those types of things. A lot of people just stay in their little bubble and they're happy in their bubble as they think. They think they're happy in the bubble. But in reality, it's constant pushback and no growth. You know, because once you're in your bubble doesn't really grow. You know, your bubble is what it is. But once you get outside your bubble, you're able to grow, develop, and gain a lot of things that you're going to need moving forward. So that's something you really got to think about just all the time. It's like growth. How do I get growth? You get growth from being broke down, building yourself up, and moving forward. You don't build growth by doing the same thing now and later. You have to learn now to use it later. That's about growing. It's like you got to test your hypothesis. Your hypothesis work? Good. Next. It don't work? Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. So that's why I feel like we should definitely put more of our energy on now. All right, holla.